Hi guys, welcome to Linux our YouTube channel. My name is Ram Mishra and I am your online instructor. So what's in this video? In this video we will talk about shell script project. But before start the lab session we need to understand few points, which is the importance of shell script project and how it's useful in shell scripting. Basically, shell script project refers to a collection of automated tasks written using shell script languages like bash or sh that are grouped together to solve a specific problem or automate a workflow, typically on Linux and Unix platform. In my previous demo, I discussed bash scripting and its ability to provide a users with a powerful method of managing computers and programming. I even provide a step-by-step guide on how to write a simple bash script to advanced one. However, the best way to learn is through practice, and what better way to do that than to a project to work on a project. So here are three projects ideas you can use to practice bash scripting. You can experiment with the script and make them your own. So let's do the lab session and see how it's useful for us. So here you can see I'm on my Linux terminal, and let me show you the OS release version first of all. Cat etc red hat release I am 9.3, and let's start the first project, which is log analyzer script. My requirement is I want to analyze my log files such as access log file from web server and extract useful information like the number of requests, most frequent IP address and popular URLs. So to do demonstrate that part, let's create a very simple shell script. First, we create a text file using the text editor in Linux. In this case, I'm using Vim text editor, but you can go with anyone. So I'll start with vim demo.sh. I press enter, and now let me copy the content from my notepad, and then I will explain every line. So I'll go back on my notepad file. I'll copy the entire script from here and let it be pasted. Yeah, let me save it. Now let me try to explain the line by line. So basically, this bash script is designed to analyze an Apache web server access log and provide some basic users information. So let's go through the line by line. The first line is shebang line that tells the operating system to use the bash shell to execute the script. Then from the next line, I have a log file variable, which is var log httpd access log. So here we set the variable log file to the path of the Apache access log file, and this is where Apache store a record of all HTTP requests it handles. Then from the next line, I have a num request, number request. It counts the number of HTTP get request. I use grep -c get slash look for the line containing get slash, which indicates a get request to the root or subpath of the site. Then -c flag count the number of matching line. Then from the next line, I use another one, top IPS. So it will find the top 5 IP address making the most request. Here we have awk command, awk print $1, extract the first field of each line in the log, which is typically the client's IP address. Then I have the sort. Then sort is basically what? Sort the IPs. Then we have unique -c. It count the number of each item, each unique IP occurs. Then I have sort -nr, sort the count numerically in the decreasing order. Then head -5, get the top 5 IPs. Then from the next line, I use one more, populars underscore URL, one more variable, popular underscore URLs. This will find top 5 most requested URL. Again, we have awk command, awk print $7. It will extract the seventh field from each line, which is usually the URL path requested, for example, /index.html /about. And the rest of the pipeline works the same way as above, like counting, sorting, and getting top 5 entries. At last, we are echoing the result here, right? So these lines print out the collected information, total number of get requests, to top 5 IP addresses by number of requests, and top 5 most accessed URL. So in the short, in here, this script gives you quick insight into how many GET requests your server is handling, which IP address are hitting your server the most, which URLs are the most popular, useful for performance tuning point of view. So let me save it and quit from here and make executable. So I'll save and quit. I'll give the permission chmod plus x demo.sh. Now we have to make a simple, very simple web server for testing point of view. Let me make a server yum install httpd. Okay, then I need to go the document route, cd where www.html get index.html. Hi, this is basic web server, and let me enable the services. Systemctl enable httpd hyphen hyphen now. So if I try to check the status, it should be up and running. Yep, active and running. So my web server is ready. Let's try to hit and then we run the script to analyze the logs. So what's my IP address of this VM? ENS160.192.168.0.1. Okay, I run the hit curl command curl 192.168.0.1. Hi, this is basic web server. Okay, let me try to go another VM. Let me try to hit from here. What is the IP address of this VM? ENS160. IP address is 192.168.0.2. Let me try to curl 192.168.0.1. Yep, I can access from here also. So I'll power up this VM. Let me try, let me check, and let me run the script and see the result. So I'm back on my root directory and I run demo.sh. Very good. We can see the result here, right? So here you can see I got the expected result. Number of requests 2, number of total IP address 191.168.2 and 192.168.1 and URL on slash, right? So this is how you can create your own custom log analyzer script. I hope the picture is clear for everyone. Let's take one more example, one more project, which is system information. This time my requirement is I want to collect information about the system such as CPU uses, memory uses, disk space and network statistics. So let me modify my script again to achieve this goal. Right? I make it blank. I'll open my configuration, again my notepad file, and let me copy the script. Right click and paste here. So this is again another bash script used to collect basic system resource uses information like CPU, memory, disk and network. Let me try to explain the line. The first line is as usual shebang line, tells the system to execute the script using the bash shell. Then we have our next line. We got CPU uses here using a variable CPU underscore uses. So we have a top hyphen b and 1. It runs the top command in bash mode for first iteration, suitable for parsing. And then we have a grep CPUs, extract the line showing CPU statistics. Then we have a awk print $2, get the second field which typically represent the user's CPU uses in percentage. Then from the next line, I want to get memory uses using memory underscore uses variable. Here I use free minus m, which is basically display the memory uses in megabyte. Then we have a awk nr is equal to 2. So this is basically on the second line, which represent main memory. Calculate $3. $3 means use memory. $2, that is total memory. And if I talk about completely, $3 star 100 by $2 give percentage used, right? And we have a print here, print percentage 2.f double percentage, format its two decimal place and append percentage. Then from the next line, I want to get disk uses using disk underscore use variable. df-h command slash, this basically show the disk uses of root in human readable format. Then awk nr2 print $5. On the second line, print the used percentage column. And then from the next line, I want to get the network statistics using network states. And here I use if config ENS160. So ENS160 get the information for the ENS160 network interface. Then I want to grab ARX packet and TX packet, filtering filters for line showing RX means receive packet, TX means transmitted packet. So here you have to notice that ENS160 must match the actual interface name on the system. Use IP address or ifconfig command to find out your interface name, and you can change it also, right? Now let's run the script and see what happened. I'll save it quick. So here I got the echoing message: CPU uses, your CPU, memory uses, disk uses, and network. So let it be tried to run demo.sh, and I got the information. So here it is. You can get the result using this way, right? So this is how you can use another project. Let's go one more project, which is multi-user creation script. Multi-user creation script typically refers to a script that automate the process of creating multiple user accounts at once instead of doing it one by one manually. These are very beneficial to save your time, reduce your manual error, easy to maintain and scale, useful for system admin and DevOps. So let me modify my script again to achieve this goal, right? I make it blank, let it be go, and copy the script one more time. So, okay, let me try to copy paste and explain. Okay, so this is the bash script designed to create multiple user account on the Linux system in one go, like bulk user creation. The first line is shebang line, tells the system to use bash shell to interpret the script. From the next line, I'm going to check if the script is run as root user or not, right? Then from the next line, here I use $EUID not equal to 0. So here $EUID is the built-in variable representing the effective user ID. 0 means root user. So if the script is not run as root, it print an error message and exist. This is necessary because creating user requires administrative privileges. Then from the next line, I have a script title here, echo bulk user creation script. Display a message to let the user know that what the script does. Then from the next few line, prompt for the input, right? So read hyphen p, enter base username base, enter start number start, enter end number end. So these read command gather input from the user, base the common prefix for username, and start and end numerical range to determine how many user to create. For example, if base is student, right? And start is 1 and end is 3. So then it will create student 1, student 2, student 3. Then from the next line, here default password for all users. So next line, I want to prompt the default password silently and store the result in the variable called default underscore password. Then from the next line, we have a blank line here. I have just blank line to move a new line after silent input, so terminal output looks clean. Then from the next line, I'm going to start a user creation loop, right? So for I start, this basically is a numeric loop. It iterates from the start number to the end number. For example, if start is 1 and end is 3, then I is equal to 1, 2, and 3. Then from the next line, here username $base $I. So it combines the base number and the number. For example, if your base is user and I is 5, then the username is user 5. Then from the next line, check if the user already exists or not, again with the if condition. So if here we have if id $username, check if the user exists or not, and ampersand greater than div null, freeze both standard output and standard error, silence the command, right? If the user exists, issue a message and skip to the next loop iteration using continue. Then I'm going to create a user with home directory using the command line tool user add command, right? So user add hyphen m dollar username. User add command is used to create a new user. Hyphen m create the home directory. Then from few line, I'm going to set the password and show the result again using if condition. First of all, dollar question mark eq 0, dollar question mark hold the exit status of the last command like user add command. 0 means success status, and we have a command chpast, right? So this read the username and password from the standard input and set the password and display access or success or failure message accordingly. Then the finally at last we have a final message, uh, finishing creating user, right? This will let the admin know the script has completed successfully. So in short, this script, what it will do, it verify first of all that you are currently run this user as a root or not. Then it asks for the username, some numerical range, default password, loop through the range and create a users like user 1, user 2 and user on, set the password, skip the user that already exists and display the result along the way. So now let's run the script and see the magic. I run the command demo.sh, username I say Red Hat, starting 1 ending 5, and password suppose I say Red Hat at that 123. Wow, Red Hat 1, Red Hat 2, Red Hat 3, Red Hat 4 and 5, right? So you can see multi Red Hat user created successfully. Even we can check from the etc passwd file also. So you can notice all users successfully created. So I hope the picture is clear for all of you, right? That's all about this demo. Finally, we are in the conclusion part, which says these three projects provide a great opportunity to practice bash scripting and understand its uses. And remember, you can customize them by adding or removing features to create endless possibilities. That's all about this demo. Thank you for taking your time with me, and I hope that it has improved your understanding of the logic of the topic, and hopefully you enjoyed and learned new things. Soon I will come up with another new interesting topic. Till then, keep practicing. If you feel something I have missed or you wanted to know more something else, please reach out to me through social media links which is mentioned in the description. If you like this video, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button for the latest update. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and goodbye.